Hey everybody, you're listening to the Vocal Advancement Podcast, the special IVACON bonus season, and I am Tom, joined by lovely Heather.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to day 2 of IVACON.
I know, and we're still just about surviving.
We're holding on for dear life.
I have to admit, I am on the tired side today. So our dinner yesterday, it was
good fun.
A lot of fun, but there was a lot of wine. Mm-hmm. And, I believe certain teachers actually had a post-party party.
They did. I believe it was a very late night for some of them who were looking rather green this morning in the warm-up.
So in comparison to them, I probably went to bed at a reasonable hour, but it was still a little on the late side. So we're probably feeling a little on the tired side today, aren't we, Tom?
We are. But, I think it was one of the most fun evenings we've had for an opening night.
It was a lot of fun. So obviously we had our dinner, which was lovely, and good, drinks and chatting to people, which was great.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of roving reporter, asked some questions along the way.
Yeah.
And then I got back to the hotel room and I checked some of the recordings and realised that half of the recordings I hadn't switched the mic on. So I'm going to have to grab those people again and
recreate the moment, which means more wine.
Which means more wine.
More wine.
I know. And I'm like, I will never
Silver
look
linings.
that glam again, because I don't put my glad rags on that.
Yeah, everybody
that
was dressed up. Everybody was looking lovely.
There was a lot of lovely outfits going on.
Yes.
There was one kilt, which I was very impressed with.
Yeah, Justin from China had his kilt on. We were very impressed.
Which, we're in Scotland. Why wouldn't you wear it? I'm actually very disappointed in you, Tom, for not wearing a kilt last night.
Kilts are lovely in other people, but not me. So,
I love a man in a kilt.
Yeah, I just don't have the legs for it.
Oh, well, okay. We'll work on you. Maybe next time.
I'll do my leg day for the next year.
Leg day. Yeah, that's it. Get down the gym, get working out. But the next time we're in Edinburgh, we want to see those legs.
Spoiler, it's not going to happen.
So then we had some speeches.
We did, yes.
Tom did a lovely, lovely speech.
Oh, thank you.
And then we had Sharon come up and do a lovely speech. She called it her love letter to IVA.
I know,
which
it
was
so
really
sweet.
Really inspirational. A lot of people were saying what a wonderful speech she'd made. So
it was, and actually, because we were reflecting on this afterwards when I was chatting to her, that we first met originally at a voice conference 12 years ago.
Wow.
And we kind of formed a little group of friends for the week and hung about, had dinner and stuff together. And I was like, it's just amazing that we're still here together, still friends, still doing this after all this time, still doing the conferences and stuff. And so it was a lovely kind of full circle moment.
That's nice. I'd like to say I first got involved 12 years ago, but it was a little bit longer and I'm a little bit older, but never mind. We won't mention that.
No. But it's nice because that was one of the things I said last night. In the speech, it was so lovely. There's so many new faces here. First time at conference.
It is really nice.
And it's so nice to see them all. But it's also lovely to see people that have been here since day one.
Yeah.
Or, the first year. And they're still here and they're still as excited and enthusiastic. And their passion for learning about the voice is still strong. So we had all the Latino dancers were up giving it their thing.
Well, this is the thing after the speeches. The sound system got taken full advantage of. Yes. There's me trying to interview people in the background, and there's a conga line going past me, and it's very distracting.
We have some video of that. Check it out on our Instagram.
It was brilliant. Macarena and all sorts, yeah.
Yeah, they were teaching us all the Latin dance
we were doing a bit of salsa.
Yeah, impressive. Yeah, it was good fun.
It was good fun.
But, we had a moment. We were the venue we're in, there's kind of stairs that look down into the hall. We had a little moment, proud parents standing watching, thinking, this is this is something we've put together, and this is how would you say, the
fruits of our loin?
Fruits of our labour.
That's the one I meant.
Fruits of our loins.
Not the fruits of our loins, that's something else.
Something else entirely. But it was lovely to have that feeling of just the proudness of something that we've, because we work so hard.
I know.
But to see people come together and celebrate and have fun.
And just be so happy to be in the room together. And because don't get me wrong, we've run conferences for the past few years. They've all been online and they are excellent. I mean, there are so many advantages to doing things online. It makes it more accessible for so many more people. but there really is nothing to compare to getting a bunch of voice teachers in a room together, letting the wine flow and watching the shenanigans that unfold afterwards. It's special.
And I think it's special because we have such a special group of people. Like, they're just such a wonderful, beautiful bunch of generous souls that are just...
Totally.
They're all, like, everybody's here for the same reason, you know?
People just want to learn. I mean, I love learning.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I've said this time and time again. I don't plan on ever stop. Like, I don't think I know it all. Nobody knows it all. And so I'm so keen. Like, we've got lots of fantastic guest speakers here this week.
Yeah.
And I've looking forward to everything they have. I mean, I'm really gutted, actually, that some of them are doing their classes at the same time as one another. Because
that's right,
I need to, like, duplicate myself so I can be in all of their classes simultaneously. I feel like I might be running from room to room to try and catch a little snippet, a little gem from everyone. But yeah, everybody is here because they want to learn, they want to network. And I think we said this in the last episode, there's a lot of learning going on outside of the classes. Like, you cannot walk through the corridors without hearing a conversation going on about something.
Even us, like, we've been walking backwards and forwards between buildings and to lunch and stuff, like talking about things that are going on, things that we've seen, discussing like concepts that we've heard, things like, we want to put more of this into the education or more of this into the next schedule. It's just continual voice, like 24/7.
Yeah.
It's great.
And as much as our teachers are like constantly learning new things, as a business, we're constantly learning new things. We're constantly looking for opportunities to better what we're doing, ways to expand on our services and what we offer to teachers, really getting that customer feedback is crucial to us. We love it when people give us feedback, good or bad. I mean, really, seriously, we do, because it helps us to really kind of focus our thoughts and our ideas about, this is what the world wants, this is what we can help provide.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Because with the best will in the world, like, we can have a plan or a vision, but if nobody wants it, then there's no point in doing it.
It's just us hanging out in a room going, look at us. We can see it.
But we do. Like, we had a meeting of the area representatives at lunchtime today because it's our first chance in person to be together, and you can't not take advantage of those. No. And I said to them, it's like we love to hear from you, like your feedback, whatever it is, and we take every bit seriously, don't we? Like, we always discuss, we always look at if we can achieve it for the person or what we can do to help satisfy that feedback. Not satisfy that feedback, but
But try and meet the needs. If there's a need that somebody brings to us and we can meet it, then why wouldn't we?
Absolutely. If it makes somebody happy and it's something that's within our power to do, then why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just...
We're all about the customer.
Yes.
The customers know us best. Well, it's not always true. Depends on the customer. The good ones do.
But we love all our customers.
We love all our customers.
We do.
Most of the time. No, I'm joking.
But, yeah.
So today, then, let's talk about today. Now, I haven't actually been in many classes today because we've had so many meetings going on today. There is a lot that goes on.
Today's a meeting day.
Behind the scenes. So, for example, one of the things that I have been doing this week is making sure that some of our teacher educators are continuing to educate themselves, because sometimes what happens at these conferences is they get so caught up in planning classes for everybody else and making sure that all of our other teachers, meet their educational needs. We neglect our own educational needs. And it's such a shame because we're all together. Why wouldn't we use this as an opportunity to look at? So I've been bringing in some research papers, and we've been looking through them together and debating stuff and having some really interesting discussions behind the scenes, about things that are going on in the voice world and how we can improve our education and our own teaching, by using some of this information. And it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I've had some lovely feedback from some of the people who've been in these study groups, who've said that they are really enjoying having these debates.
Yeah, it's really important to us, this kind of environment, because it's very easy to rest on your laurels and we do it this way because we've always done this way and it works. But there's so much other information out there, isn't there?
Absolutely.
And you can always do it better. You can always do it faster. You can always find a more efficient way to train people or to disseminate the information.
Right.
And so I think these study groups are really important because it exposes people to stuff that they may not have come across.
Right,
because
absolutely.
Let's face it, like I find academic papers a bit intimidating.
Yeah,
because the language sometimes.
And you're not the only one. You know, voice teachers generally, unless they're working in an academic setting, tend not to come through an academic route. They tend to come through a performance route.
Yeah.
So access to that academic world is just maybe something that they don't even know where to start to go and find, for example. Where did they find this information? If you're not from that world, you wouldn't necessarily know how to access it. So, yeah, it's good.
It's great, yeah, and I did enjoy reading them. I haven't fully finished them, I confess, but I'm not really in the groups.
You've got 2 days. You've got 2 days to read the next one, Tom. I expect you to do some bedtime reading.
But it's really good though, because one of the things I like about in this group or the groups that you've set up, is that nobody's opinion is more important than anybody else's. No. Everybody's on an equal playing field.
Absolutely.
There's no hierarchy or anything in the group. We're all just there to learn.
To learn and to discuss and to share opinions and ideas, and hopefully it helps to keep moving us forward, which is always a good thing.
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want to keep moving forward, keep getting better, keep improving what we do.
Right.
And
that's what's great about when we're in person. It is meeting after meeting after meeting at the moment. But why wouldn't you capitalize on the fact that we're all in the same building at the same time? Like, that doesn't happen very often. So we want to make the most of that.
It's easy when you're online, though, doing this, to be like, oh, it's fine because we can meet online next week. There's no immediate rush. But here, it's like you want to really take advantage
make the most of the time. Absolutely.
It's just so nice to be with people. Like,
I know.
I said this to Laura and Shar. We spent so much time over the last 5 years just like working at home on our own, or like teaching lessons online and stuff. And it's just so nice to be around people.
Be around others.
Feel
part of a community. Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be some very kind of sad faces on Friday when it's time to go home, and I probably will be one of them, because it's like,
don't.
I know, it's been, we are tired. But like,
I'm so tired. I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight. I've decided. Yeah, we'll see.
It was that easy.
We'll see.
But yeah, it's been a really good day. There's been singing today, lots of singing.
There has been singing, and there's been lots of song application classes, and we've just finished. We're not quite at the end of the day yet. We've just
we had to sneak a recording in before the end.
Chelsea's belting masterclass, which was fantastic.
Yes, Chelsea Wilson is one of our ambassadors, and she's such a wonderful teacher. She has such a natural flow, natural ebb in her classes, and I can't think what's the word I'm looking for. Like demeanor. She has such a wonderful demeanor when she teaches. Yeah, but it's just nice to hear people sing.
It's nice to hear people sing, and what I loved about that class in particular with Chelsea was the acknowledgement of stylistic preferences, shall we say, and that it's not necessarily the one thing is right and one thing is wrong. It's just, well, which option do you want? Here's some options. Which one do you prefer? At the same time, we're looking at, well, what feels good? What is comfortable? We don't want to be encouraging people to make sounds if it's uncomfortable and painful. No,
absolutely not.
But if you can make several different sound options and they're all quite comfortable, then you choose the one that you like the best. And
or the one that's going to get you the job.
Oh, right, quite.
Because that's quite important too.
The commercial one, yeah. And Chelsea works with a lot of, musical theatre performers. So she's well aware of, what's going to get someone hired and what's not. And so that was delightful to watch her make those sorts of points for everybody. I think people really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Chelsea's a wonderful teacher. And with the song application cast this morning, we were up here watching, And there was Jeffrey Skousen, one of our teachers, was working on song application. One of the singers got up and did Heart of Stone from Six the Musical.
Yeah.
And it's like full kudos to that singer, because that's not an easy song.
To be fair, most of the singers have gotten up and sing. They're all picking. It's like, let me find the most difficult song I can possibly pull out of my hat for this class.
But you gotta give them credit, because you're getting up in front of like 70 voice teachers to sing, and that's not easy to do. No matter.
That is a comment someone's made to me. It's just so nice to hear singing, and I'm like, yeah. Sometimes we can get a little bit too talky. I mean, we're voice teachers, and we like to talk about the voice, and we like to talk about we should do things this way, that way, the other. Sometimes it's really nice just to actually see it in practice, to actually see the application happening and hear people singing, and just
And have the opportunity, though, to like say, so why did you make that choice, or why did you do that? What did you hear? So you still have the interactive ability to question, and then grow from that experience.
Absolutely.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
But we're not finished with the singing today.
No.
One of our avid listeners is doing a class for us today, and we're so excited to see it.
We are. This is my personal shout out to Tessa, who was very disappointed that our first episode of the podcast did not drop on time because we had a slight technical hitch.
We forgot to turn the microphone on.
Which is probably not a problem because I am very loud anyway and can be heard on the other mic. But yes, so she was disappointed because she is staying about a 25-minute walk away from the campus. So she was hoping to listen on her walk in.
Tessa.
So I'm hoping that on her walk in tomorrow morning and walk home, she'll be listening to this.
Yeah, but she's doing a jazz group singing this afternoon.
Yeah.
And she came to me just before we started recording and says, can we move the tables? It's like, ooh, what are we going to be doing? Ooh, exciting. So we're really looking forward to seeing what's coming up.
Yeah, we're going to do a bit of singing at the end of the day. I don't
know how much singing I'll manage with this voice.
I was going to say, I might be in the bass section today.
Yeah. I'm feeling like that.
In.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of fun with singing.
Just hear a rumble in the corner from me. This is conference voice.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, there's I think a couple more classes left at the day, but everyone is seemingly enjoying themselves. I think
they're having a great time.
I've had many complaints so far.
I haven't had any yet. Either that's because they're too scared to tell me, or it's just going really well. I like to think it's because it's just going really well.
Oh, yeah. I think that must be it, obviously.
Yeah.
And obviously, because our first episode of the podcast didn't drop on time, it means that nobody has heard us yet ask me for questions so I can grill Tom.
I know.
Which means I am now going to grill Tom based on my own questions. So, Tom.
Okay.
So I have been doing my roving reporter throughout this week, and I've been asking some questions, but I think you need to answer some of these questions.
Okay, let's go then.
So my first question to you is, if you were a musical note, which note would you be and why?
I think I would be a B flat.
And why is that, Tom?
Because flats are a bit more mellow than sharps.
Okay.
I think. So I would like to think I'm a bit more mellow and laid back. So yeah, B flat.
B flat.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Be cool or be flat.
Be cool or be flat.
There's a slogan for you.
Oh, my word.
Next.
All right. Okay, one more question for you for today. And then I'm going to gather questions from other people tomorrow. So can you tell me about your very first performance in front of a live audience?
Oh, my. As a singer or as a dancer?
Oh, see, now you're giving the nuggets away.
Oh.
Maybe both.
Well, okay, my first performance as a dancer. So I was an Irish dancer, like river dance, for like 20 years and danced competitively. And like I was in an Irish dance school, and to raise funds for the school, they would do like almost like a singing recital, but with dance. So they would make like a show. And I was one of like two boys in a school of like 50 dancers. which is quite common.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did this recital, so we got to make up a routine with one of the dance teachers, because there were 2 dance teachers. And so my first performance as a dancer was the routine that I put together with my teacher.
Oh.
And I think I was 12 at the time, and I had centre part long hair that was really floppy and bounced about when I danced. It was a look, it was the 90s.
I was going to say, that's a very 90s
It was the
look.
90s. It was boy band hair. Yeah, that was my first performance. And I remember being absolutely terrified backstage. And halfway through the performance, my cummerbund got caught on my watch. And as we went to move our arms, I ripped it off. And it was just dangling from my watch.
Brilliant.
So that always stuck with me.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so now tell me about your first singing experience.
That would have been first year of high school.
Okay.
In the choir. And so we had an amazing music teacher, and we had 3 music teachers, and this one was amazing. She used to write a musical every year.
Oh my gosh.
For the choir and like the seniors and teachers to perform. It was so cool, so cool. So I was in the choir, the junior choir, because it was junior and senior choir, and it was the Circus Lambada that she had written. So they wrote original songs, and then there was like cover songs.
Okay.
So like my music teacher played the bearded lady, and she sang "I'm Going to Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair" with a big fake moustache on. It was brilliant. And they made like a circus staging around like the theatre stage, like they had a big live band and stuff like that. And we got to perform that like for 3 days. So like proper like show. And so just loved it. Absolutely fab.
That sounds amazing.
But I have to laugh because that reminded me that when I started off in the junior choir, before started rehearsals for the show, because rehearsals lasted like 4 months. Mm-hmm. So I started off in the soprano section. We broke for the summer, then came back. I sang the soprano section. I was like, and my teacher's like, I think you need to move to the altos.
Oh no!
And I had no idea that my voice had broken in the summer.
No.
I was so embarrassed, so embarrassed.
See, it's at that point a lot of boys stop singing. They just kind of go, ooh.
No, I kept going, but I had no idea that my voice had broke. That's probably why I kept singing. Much to my parents' dismay.
Just naivety.
That's so great.
That's amazing.
But yeah, that was my first performance as a singer.
I love it.
Group performance as a singer, I suppose.
Well,
Still counts.
Still counts. That still counts.
We had a lot of fun.
It.
There's a VHS out there somewhere of the show.
Oh my word.
Somewhere.
Please don't find it. I'm going to have to dig out my VHS player so I can find your VHS and play it.
It'll no doubt be on YouTube by now. Somebody will have digitized it.
Right. If you're watching or listening now,
please no.
If you can find a video circa 1991.
2? No, 94.
94. What was your school called?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Do some digging, people. Someone out there on the internet will be able to find this. I need to see it. Thank you very much.
Now I'm worried.
Thank you for your service.
Great. So now that I'm embarrassed, tomorrow it's your turn.
Yeah. No, we're going to carry on grilling
Okay.
Tom. So you guys need to send in your questions now. So you can grill Tom tomorrow with your questions. And if nobody sends them to me, I'm going to go and find people and ask them what they want to know about Tom.
Please send questions. Save me.
And I'm going to carry on grilling you throughout the week.
Okay.
So there we go.
Fine. I can handle it. I put my big boy pants on.
Good. So
Yeah.
that's day 2 of
I know.
IVACON. IVACON.
The internal debate.
Depends which person you ask, which answer you get, what it's called.
Yeah. But I always stuck to my guns that I named it, so I know how to say it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there.
So there. So we will see you back here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be more.
Oh, tomorrow we'll be
backstage.
glammed up. Well, I'll be glammed up because tomorrow's headshot day for me. I'm getting new headshots done.
Am I getting a headshot too?
If you want one.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll be all glammed
We'll
up
glam
tomorrow.
up. What time are we headshotting then?
In the morning.
Okay, good.
Well, we're still fresh-faced.
My makeup will be completely ruined like it is right now by the afternoon. It's like a sweaty mess by the afternoon.
Yeah, my hair it will hopefully not be quite as flat.
I'll make sure I wash mine in the morning then. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
fabulous.
So you'll see us tomorrow looking lovely.
Okay, we'll be all glammed up.
Yay!
Fabulous. All right. So we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.